Yo guys, I'm Devin Ultra and welcome back to another Dying Light 2 video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the last week for the UGC Fest event. There are 4 total weeks and this is the last one, and you guys do not want to miss this. Now before I actually continue with this video, I'd like to ask you guys to please drop me a quick like and to consider subscribing since I make a lot of useful Dying Light videos. And lastly, a special thank you to all the members on my channel. But with all that being said, let's get right into the video. For those of you who don't know, Techland has an event called the UGC Fest event, where you complete bounties for community maps and get some cool rewards for them. Now this week is the same as the first and second. We've got 3 awards, 5 bounties, and 3 maps. Let's talk about the maps. The maps are the Ancient Colosseum, Runes of Hope, and Fish Hunt. The Ancient Colosseum and Runes of Hope have 2 bounties, while Fish Hunt only has 1. But anyways, let's get back to the maps and the bounties. Starting off with the Ancient Colosseum. This is a really cool map. I really like it. It's, very creative, very cool. It's just a Colosseum where you fight a bunch of zombies. And the bounties for this one are King of the Arena, where you gotta defeat 1 goon, and Are You Not Entertained, where you gotta damage 2 infected using a throwable spear. Now let's start off with Are You Entertained. This one's very easy. You can find, these spears all around this map. Just pick them up and throw them at zombies. But now for King of the Arena, you only need to defeat 1 goon. Now the goon arrives after, I believe maybe the 3rd wave or the 2nd one. I'm not exactly sure, but all you gotta do is defeat some zombies until the goon appears. Now, a tip for you guys is to, deal with the regular biters, just push them onto the ground and stomp on their heads. But for the virals, I recommend getting up to a high place and then hitting them as they climb up so that when they fall, they die. It's very quick and very easy to do. And then when the goon appears, just throw some spears, maybe throw a grenade, a Molotov, whatever you can find, and defeat him easily. Now, once again, make sure you don't leave instantly when you complete this. Otherwise, the website will glitch and you'll probably have to do this again or, go back to the map. But anyways, once we're done with this, we can move on to the next map, which is Runes of Hope. This one's also a pretty cool map, but I think it's glitched for me because, I can't really progress through the objective. But either way, it's going to be very easy for you guys to do these bounties. The first one we have is Blood Sport. You got to defeat 10 infected using executions. Now this one's also very easy. What you guys can do is use the weapon that you have and swing at the enemies a couple times while spamming the execution button. You only need to execute 10 zombies, and it's very easy to find these zombies, so it won't take you too long. But now the second bounty, this one you guys might struggle with quite a bit. It's called Royal Treasure. Now you can't actually find too many items on the map, but a trick you guys can do is to defeat the zombies and loot them, since every item you get will count in total. What I mean by that is that if you find like 3 scrap on a zombie, it'll count as 3 items. So just kill zombies with executions and loot them, and you will get both of these bounties completed in no time. And lastly, we have Fish Hunt. For this one, all you gotta do is load into the map and run around for quite a bit until you complete the objective, and that is it. It's very easy, very simple, and will not take you too long to do. Now you can play the game if you want, although it's just you shooting ducks on a screen with a shotgun. But anyways, now that we're done with that, let's move on to the rewards. Now hey guys, I'm actually from the future. I noticed that they have updated the website and changed a few things. The first reward is the resource bundle. It was just a chest with, pretty much the same stuff, but now it's a little different. But yeah, anyways, the first reward is the resource bundle. Like the previous weeks, you get infected trophies and craft parts, and that's about it. And if you complete all 5 bounties, you not only get the extender, but also a box. I'll talk about that later on. But on to the other 2 rewards. The first one we have is the Royalty Graffiti Weapon. This is a reskin, and it does look pretty cool. I like the skin. It's, pretty much just graffiti. And the blueprint for it isn't too bad either. The damage isn't the highest, but it's also not the lowest. And it does have 3 mod slots, so the damage is more on the high side. So yeah, it is a pretty good weapon, not the best, but it is a good one. But now lastly, we have the Extender Weapons Charm. Now what this does is that it increases your reach with your weapons by 100%. Now this is pretty cool actually, because any weapon you use, you will reach from a distance and not have to worry about getting grabbed. However, something to keep in mind though is that if your weapon can't reach, a certain distance, then you're not going to notice too big of a difference. However, if you're using like a katana or a long axe, you will notice the difference very easily. It's nothing overpowered, but it is pretty convenient, pretty useful, since whenever I'm playing, I'm almost like always grabbed and it's really annoying. And this allows me to attack from a distance. But yeah, on to the last reward. You actually get a special reward at the end for completing all 5 of these bounties, which is this chest. Now this chest gives you all the rewards from the previous weeks. This is something that I'm sure all of you guys are very happy for, or for those of you who have actually missed the previous rewards, which are a lot of you. Since I've been hoping in, my other videos that they bring something like this or give us a chance to get the rewards that we've missed. And it seems like they've listened to us. They've given us this special reward that gives us everything that we might have missed in the previous weeks. So for those of you who missed out on these rewards, make sure you do this week because it is very important and very limited. Like this will not stay forever, alright? It's only for 1 week and then it is gone. This is your last chance to get all the previous rewards. But anyways, that's it for the video. If you guys want to know how you can use mods in Dying Light 2, check out this video right here. Or if you guys want the best Dying Light 2 playlist on YouTube, check out this playlist I made. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.